Princess Lencia has returned to her quarters to do a form of her safe return. It appears that the apostle will handle me a payment on the morrow. Perhaps you could speak to her then. I beg your leave, I must be going. Very well. Okay. What the fuck with the cutty? Look at this shit. Huh. De la Goose. How does that even work? What the heck? What the heck is even going on here? Sexy bird people? The Lion King and, Dragon King, probably? Right. Thank you all for coming, my fellow Laguz Kings. It's been decades since all of us were gathered in one place. I would extend my gratitude to the King of Desiana Golia, who arranged this meeting on a short notice. It was nothing, King Rendic. I can't even pronounce that. Fellow kings and countrymen, attend to my words. As you know how Dania has invaded Crimea and overrun her. Of course, Crimea is a Bjork nation. However, since the time of her founding, she has made every attempt to engage Laguz with honor and dignity. Never has this been more true than during the 30-year reign of good King Roman. During this area, Gallia and Crimea initiated many ambiguous cultural projects in an attempt to bring our divided people closer. Yet one man has always revealed our work, the Danian king Agrsn. Why he took this recent course, however, I do not know. Agrsn's actions are monstrous. His army has put much of Crimea to the sword. Our people live in terror. Her king lies dead. And now Danian forces continue a ruinous march and cross the border into Laguz Todicota into Gallia. That trespass, O King of Lions, is because your country chooses to harbor the King of Frey Orphan, is it not? Yes, that is the justification they would present. But the Princess of Crimea is no longer in Gallia, is she? Your spies are as efficient as ever, King Tebin of Phoenixis. Why do you, like, you don't know each other or something? You have to tell it for us? As you say, the princess has already departed for Bagnon. I know this only because she came the aid of the ship carrying the apostle person. Ah, so princess is safe and in contact with the Bagnon Empire? That news gladdens my heavy heart. I do not believe Danian has yet that information. If a word got out, we'd be fucked. Information is dated, Hawk King. Have your legendary eyes and ears abandoned you after all these years? Have you something you wish to say? Would you be eyeing yourself? Princess barely escaped Crimea with her life and then fled to Gallia. And yet, a certain king of beasts there, one of whom she pinned all hope, chose not to support her. With nowhere else to run, the princess and her ratoon spent 2 long months at seas, arriving at Banyan mere days ago. Danian knows of these events well, and the king has dispatched a team of hunters to make a corpse of the girl. And that, dearest king, is the latest news, at least to the best of my poor knowledge. Danian knows the princess in Banyan. King Cavius, how did this come to possess this information? I can fly. You expect us to believe the stray wind carried it to your ears? This is not a tale, Nestelia. You think so? Is there one trick to gathering information that I know? Shall I share it with you? If it involves dealing with human scum, I'll pass, for guess my Agrsn credit is not something I'm wishing to do. Not always the way is that always the way of the birdie people? Cling to those tattered remains of pride? Instead of proclaiming that you will attack none but Benyon ships, just admit that you don't have the power to do more? What did you say? Both of you deceased at once. King Nestelia of Kravias, your actions late can be judged as too extreme. Black Dragon of King of Goldia, what do you intend to know of my actions? Please enlighten me. I would remind you that the Bjork ship you attacking Frisian warriors was left stranded in Goldian territory. Oh, that. Natesia, you lying crow, you've been sneaking about in my territory again, haven't you? I heard from my own son, Ch14, that a Bjork remembering Princess Kremia was on board that ship. It is true. What? King Kylvus, you... Don't act surprised. I have no intention of ruling over some tiny alien nation forever. I'll make Kremus a name to remember. To that end, no amount of gold is enough. Lagos or Bjork, I care not. If the pay is right, there's nothing I won't do. I don't care about the reach of your ambition, but you should choose your methods with more care. What good will do expand your domain only to find enemies at your every border? I will take your words at heart for the time being. And you too, King Phoenix Man. What good will your piracy do if you earn through the wrath of Benyon? Continue this pace is no intending with the hostilities warned. Until the end, the people of Benyon apologize for the slaughter of our brother Herons. I will do no such thing. Prince Racin of Cernus, are you the same mind? Those humans burned Servant Forest and killed my people. No amount of human blood can stake my thirst for vengeance. For my siblings, my countrymen, I demand justice. I cannot even return my bedridden father to our forest home. I am no soldier, I know nothing of war, so King Phoenicis acts in my stead. I am most grateful to him, and I would not see him stop until Benyon is paid. Blood leads only to blood, and violence begets violence, nothing more. Revenge is simply another name for murder. True, true. And you, King of Lions, what will you do about your home in Gallia? Now that you know that Dane's feint toward Gallia is merely another move in the game of war, how will you react? They've made no declaration of war. Till they do, watch me. First step towards eradicating human scum. Phoenix will help you destroy Dane. No! Unless it becomes a true wrong of all nations, I want you to slay at your hand. Last day at your hand. As long as Gallia is protected by the saved trees, we can stave off Danian attacks. Luxury of a Lar nation. Would you waste a chance to expand your territory just to remain the status quo? Sad. I King Gallia. If we were to form a Goose Alliance in Danian, we would drive Benyon to Dane's side and lose a valuable ally. The flames of war cannot be fanned haphazardly. Above all, we must think of Laharan's medallion. Its location is unknown. But if it still exists, we know this. And as long as it does, we can allow any war that could stand to engulf all nations. Do you understand, King? Understand, Lagos Kings? I beg of you, do not forget it. Training completed. Huzzah.